You are listening to Hello Cupcake, It's Me, a podcast with your host, Michael Peterson.
Hey everyone, Michael here with Hello Cupcake, It's Me. Today is February 26th, 2022, and how are you? So, there has been a lot of stuff going on over the last few days, and yeah. So if you haven't done so already, please hit like and subscribe, and let's jump into it, shall we? So, as y'all know, last Wednesday, our February 16th, I had to put my emotional support cat Bella to sleep. Well, fast forward to Wednesday this week, the 23rd, I adopted a new cat. It was very sudden, very unexpected to do so, and, I had a lot of emotions about it, a lot of ups and downs and in-betweens, because on one hand, I was really worried about what people might think or might say to me about, like, the fact that I had this horrendous, heartbreaking outpour of emotion, both on camera and off camera, of having to deal with the fact that I just put my best friend of 13 years down. So, anyways, I felt compelled to go ahead and adopt someone new, so I got him. His name is Bernard, and he looks like he is a combination of what Bella looked like and a Siamese cat, and you put them together. And they, on all of his paperwork, which this cat came with so much freaking paperwork, like, I I don't even remember Bella having this much paperwork when I adopted her, but anyways, on the paperwork it says that he's 10 months old, and if he's only 10 months old, he is built like a brick shithouse. I mean, this cat is just like, whoa. And yeah, so over the last couple of days, we have really been just, like, spending a lot of time together. He's still kind of skittish of me. Like, if I get up and I move kind of fast, he, like, freaks out and takes off running. Which, that's understandable because I am a really big dude or whatever. But, it's just interesting to watch him come out of his shell and, like, oh yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, I like it when you, like, scratch me right here, or if you say this, that's what that means. And so, like, last night he actually played with me for the very first time last night, where I could, like, scratch his belly and he would, like, bite my hand or whatever, very, very gently though. And unlike Bella, who really didn't know how to use her claws were out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, he is very gentle for his size and his strength, and just a really cool cat, and I can see that we're going to be really good friends, eventually. So, yeah. It's been an experience going through the whole, like, humane society and all that other stuff. I've had tons and tons of people tell me, "Hey, Michael, we have a cat for you if you want one," da-da-da-da. Like that whole box of kittens out in front of a grocery store type situation. Like, that's exactly how that whole situation kind of felt. And, I'm not against taking an animal like that, but I just wanted to know that, one, the animal that I was going to get was in pristine health condition, that it was fixed, and that it had a chip or whatever in it, and plus donating to an animal shelter helps keep the doors and lights on and open. So yeah, so I feel really good about the decision. The only thing I gotta think of now is the repayment, because I had to borrow some money to actually get him. But I've worked out the repayment system that I'm gonna be able to do like 25 bucks a month until I have him paid off, which only comes out to about $100. And then, if I get money in between now and then, that money is definitely going toward that overall cost. But man, it's been ages since I've had a kitten, and like 10-month old, he's still considered a kitten, but he's big. He's a big Tom. Like, wow. Anyways, I posted some pictures of him over on Instagram, so if you want to go take a look at him, you can head on over to Instagram and go look at him there. But so the other thing that's going on in life right now is, if you are just tuning in, is that I started podcasting, and I'm simulcasting right now, actually. So everything that's being done here is actually being done for part of the podcast itself. And there's links to it down in the description down below. And if you are listening on the podcast right now, thank you so much for being part of the podcast community. But yeah, I'm doing it through Anchor FM, and the website is anchor.fm/hello cupcake it's me. So if you guys want to go after you watch the YouTube video and you want to head over to Anchor, you'll see stuff over there. And where I'm doing a simulcast, I'm also putting exclusive content into the podcast also, just so that there's a little bit more reason for people to want to check it out. And that podcast is broadcasted on like just about every platform you can think of. I have it on Samsung Podcast, I have it on Stitcher, Apple Podcast, Google, Spotify, Caster, and like several other places and locations and stuff like that. And I'm finding that I'm really liking the idea of podcasting. It's a little bit easier to do. It's the same kind of format as what I'm doing here on YouTube. And so I think that in the later months, or like in a year or so, that I may just start exclusively making content just for the podcast and having exclusive content just for YouTube, and go from there. Because like I said, there is a lot of difference and nuances between the two. So we'll just have to see how it works out. But yeah, I started doing a podcast in the past, like before I moved up here to California, probably in like, what was it? Like 2003-ish about 2004 to 2007-ish is when I started doing like a little podcast type situation. But back then we didn't call them podcasts. They were just like internet radio TV show, or internet radio shows is what they called it. And I think that's actually the company that I went through, was like internetradio.com or something like that. I don't know. It's been forever. But Yeah, so anyways, moving on from that, also, uh, the weather here in Washington has been so freaking weird. Like, we've had snow 3 or 4 days this week where it wasn't supposed to snow at all. But, um, you know, smart speakers and home AI or whatever you want to call it, uh, is not as smart as one would assume when it comes to weather. Like, you'll ask it, is there going to be snow in the extended forecast? And it'll say, no, there's no snow in the extended forecast. Is there going to be rain in the extended forecast? Yes, over the next 7 days there's going to be rain, so on and so forth. And then you ask it, what's the temperatures going to be like over the next 7 days? And it'll tell you temperatures like 30, 27, 28, whatever. Like, can't you put two and two together? If it's raining and 30 degrees or 27 degrees or lower, that's going to cause it to snow. But whatever. I'll be 100% honest. I am a tech whore, and I love having my smart home devices. I actually do like the Amazon Echo Dot better than the uh, Google Home Nest or whatever the hell they're calling it now. I haven't really used the Apple Home, but I do have Siri on my iPhone, but I very rarely use that AI. It's usually the I don't want to say the wake word, so I call her Lexi. Then that way I can talk about it, but not activate the device. So, yeah, whenever I talk to Lexi, I get some of the answers that I need, but I usually use Google for like trivial answers or like answers that I need directly from the internet. Where if I ask Lexi, sometimes it'll mishear me and not give me the proper information that I'm looking for. So there is definitely a lack in how the two different systems work or whatever. But yeah. So getting back or switching topics about health wise and stuff like that. Uh I still have yet to hear anything about the orthopedic shoes that I went to go get back in August or September of 2021. And at this point, I'm just like, you know what? Do I really need those shoes? And for those of you who are just tuning in on the podcast, back in August of 2021, I I had to go and get a pair of prescription orthotic shoes, and it has just been a nightmare. So yeah, I finally just told the company that I went through to take the shoes and shove them, basically, because they were making all kinds of excuses and blah blah blah. And my normal podiatrist hasn't gotten back to me, but I also do know that they've had some scheduled time off because they were going to go back east and have a family reunion or some kind of something. But anyways, yeah, so that's that. So with it being the weekend, what are you going to do this weekend to have self-care? A lot of us live in areas where it's nice and warm and we're able to go out and do things. Even if you live here in the Pacific Northwest, what are you guys going to do to have fun this weekend? I would really love to hear all of that. And you can put that in the comment section down below. And just let me know what's going on. Next week, I'm really excited because the Batman comes out with Robert Pattinson, and me and my friend Pam, we are going to go see that. So, and they keep changing the release dates on Doctor Strange and the madness of the or the multiverse, or whatever long sentence it is, but that and Morpheus are the next two that I'm really excited to go see. And I also am really excited to go see the new Spider-Man movie when that finally comes out. Not Spider-Man Far From Home, but I forget what this one is. It's like Spider-Venom or something like that. Anyways, but I'm really kind of excited about that. And yesterday on Twitter, Disney released its upcoming movie project forecast, and it had a whole ton of movies, and there's like some untitled Marvel movies that are coming out. So I'm hoping and praying that those untitled Marvel projects is actually going to be like X-Men related, because I love the X-Men, and it's been forever since I've seen a good X-Men movie. I mean, the last one that came out was the Days of Future Past or whatever, with the new X-Men, like the X-Men First Class, and like they went up against Apocalypse. Or actually, no, that it was that X-Men Apocalypse. No, it was the one right after. I don't know. Anyways, so I feel like I'm starting to ramble, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here. But thank you so much for tuning in and viewing, and I will talk to you all later. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for tuning in. You have been listening to Hello Cupcake, It's Me, a podcast with your host, Michael Peterson. Please make sure to check back often, as new episodes are released bi-weekly. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to send a message to hellocupcakeitsme@gmail.com. And until next time, stay happy, safe, and keep doing the best you can with what you have been given.